You're watching K34QB, Vail, Colorado.
It is Thursday, May 16th. I'm Kimberly Pro, and thanks for joining Good Morning Vail. On today's show, we are so excited because we have the Cycle Effect here in studio today to talk about an event that's coming up this weekend. Plus, we're heading into Memorial Day weekend, and you know what that means. Today is National Barbecue Day. We've got Tracy showing us how to grill a delicious piece of chicken on outside, so very excited about that. Plus, we're talking to Bogle Wines. We'll talk about their sustainability initiatives and more. So all of that is getting started, and let's check out the show.
Get up, get ready to start your day. The mountains are calling you out to play. Come on, we'll make you feel right at home. Good morning, Vail. See what lies in store for you. There's so many things to see and do. Summer, winter, spring, or fall. Your home in the Rockies has it all. So get up, get ready to start your day. The coffee's brewing, you're on your way. The fun is waiting outside your door. Good morning, Vail.
Vail fashionista and perch stylist Tamar Giorgazzi has been helping women express their personalities through fashion for years. And with a new boutique in town called Elliston, opened up by the same owners as Perch, Tamar is back to show us 3 must-have essentials as we move into warmer weather. First up, the chic pajama look. This matching set by Totem is not for sleeping. In fact, with the right styling, it can be worn just about anywhere.
Don't be afraid to bring this outfit in any big event, starting from weddings, starting from dinners, starting from, I don't know, business meeting. Throw the jacket over, blazer over, do the shoe, maybe instead of cream, I would do the black shoe and do like a black blazer and crossbody bag. We carry in Elliston, Stella McCarthy.
Next up, an elegant, versatile dress.
It is insanely impossible to make any woman don't look good at it. If you would like to bring a color in your closet and be trendy with a bold, cool dress in your closet, bring fun colored dress, which never disappoints you, good shape, good sculpture, good silhouette.
And lastly, an outfit featuring elevated basics.
Like this outfit is great outfit itself. I have a Marni leather jacket and Marni white shirt, high-low. It's amazing shirt. It's not button down. It's just a cut on the middle. And features a little bit of differentiality considering that everybody already has button down. Again, have something different, show something different, and makes you look good.
There's so much to choose from at both Perch and Elliston, and the owner describes the difference between the two.
Elliston is more elevated. I've had customers say that, sort of the mom and the grandmom shop at Elliston, the daughter shop at Perch. Perch was really inspired by a more contemporary line of brands that tend to show a lot of prints, that tend to show a lot of patterns, that are more youthful designs.
She also explains to us the meaning of a certain understated style.
There is a concept called quiet luxury that's been sort of a trend for the past year, I would say, sort of started by some of the luxury designers like Brunello Cucinelli, where they really don't sell any prints. It's camels, it's grays, it's navies and blacks and ivories, and that's sort of what inspired Elliston. This store was really rooted in that whole concept of quiet luxury, beautiful fabrics, design that is based in craftsmanship. That whole color scheme has really struck a chord with customers because they love, just consider putting an ivory sweater on with an ivory pair of pants and some nude shoes. Like, you look like $1 million when you walk out of your house.
No matter what your aesthetic is, Tamar can help you put your entire look together. As some of you may remember, she even helped me step up my style not too long ago.
Tamar is really talented at what she does. I can't do what she does because she is so good at looking at a woman's body and pulling items that will make them look and feel like they're walking on water. Honestly, people love her because she is so passionate about what she does, and she's extremely talented about styling women from head to toe.
Tamar says no matter what your budget is, she's here to help you look and feel your best. For TV 8 in Vail, I'm Avisha Scarborough.
Good morning, Vail.
Stevie Lee Woods presents Nashville Roadhouse Live, where country meets rock and roll.
It's where I drank my first beer, where I found Jesus, where I read my first card, I tore it all to pieces. Join us every week for more live performances right here on Nashville Roadhouse Live.
Did you know that all Eagle County residents and visitors can get a free Eagle Valley Library District card? All you need is a photo ID. You get our online databases and resources, free music, free streaming, all from wherever you have internet access. Free audiobooks and e-audiobooks straight to your phone. Go into your Eagle Valley Library District branch today and get your library card.
Hi there! Are you ready to explore famous neighborhoods from New York City to Kentucky? Watch The Neighborhood with host Nicole Newman. Featuring famous people, unique history, and delicious places to eat and drink. Our viewers get an inside personal look at each neighborhood. With each episode we learn, grow, laugh, and live like a local, not just a visitor. Welcome to The Neighborhood. Check your local program schedule and tune in.
For the latest and greatest trends in pop entertainment, Popstar Today brings you compelling celebrity lifestyle stories that matter most to you. From movies, music, TV, and streaming shows, to fashion, social media influencers, and the latest on who is seeing who. Join host Elizabeth Stanton as she digs deep and dives in. This is Popstar Today.
Learn the latest in science each week and how it relates to everyday life. From space exploration to plant biology to the latest in high-tech advances. Every new scientific development is explored and explained in an understandable way. Amazing stories each week. Watch Science Now.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to our show. Now, consumers are becoming more and more environmentally conscious and very much sustainability savvy. So joining me today is the VP of Consumer Relations of Bogle Wines. I've got Jody Bogle here. Jody, how are you this morning?
Doing well. Thank you, Kimberly. Good morning.
Good morning. So I'm sure it's bright and early for you because you were coming to us from the West Coast. So great to have you join us this morning. Excited to chat because Local Wines is doing a new initiative to really be on the forefront of sustainability in the wine industry. So let's talk a little bit more about it. Why is it so important to invest into sustainability?
Well, Kimberly, we are a sixth-generation family business, sixth-generation farming family. And so everything we've done for all these years has always been about looking forward and thinking about how we can do right by the planet and do right for our next generation. So several years ago, we looked into reducing the weight of our traditional wine glass bottles, and we did so by about 10%. But we really realized at that time we wanted to do more. And so that's when we started exploring aluminum.
Well, it's great because you're seeing the transition in the water industry. So this is really exciting to see it in the forefront of the wine industry as well. So tell us about the new aluminum bottle and how it will impact the wine and the taste of it.
Yep, I've got one right here. Introducing Elemental Wines. This is the first of its kind 750 aluminum wine-shaped bottle. It's infinitely recyclable. It's shatterproof. It's very outdoor friendly for all that hiking and biking and parks and pools and things like that in your neck of the woods. It's 80% lighter than glass. So our family is so proud to be able to offer the consumer an eco-friendly and sustainable option for wine where they don't have to sacrifice the quality or the tradition about what they love about wine drinking.
Well, it's a beautiful bottle, and I know everybody here in our mountains are going to enjoy that because it's a lot lighter to throw in your backpack when you're doing a day hike. That's wonderful. So will the aluminum change the taste of the wine?
That was something that we were very concerned about as well. Quality has always been so important to our family in our winemaking. And so we actually took the same wine and we bottled it in glass and we bottled it in aluminum. And for over a year, we did monthly blind tastings, and we were unable to determine a difference between the wine that was bottled in glass and the wine that was bottled in aluminum. So we're very confident that people are going to love the juice that's in these bottles.
Well, I know that's going to be on my summer drinking list this year. So that's very exciting stuff. So can you talk to us a little bit about the primary benefits of using an aluminum bottle?
You know, the glass bottle, the traditional glass bottle that's out there, actually accounts for nearly 30% of wine's carbon footprint. So there's a lot of weight savings that you get when you use aluminum. You can actually fill a truck with Elemental Wines, and it's 43% lighter than a traditional glass load of wine. So you're going to actually take trucks off the road. Glass is also difficult to recycle in certain places, and it's very expensive to do so, and you can only recycle glass a certain number of times. Aluminum is infinitely recyclable. It's very inexpensive to recycle, and when you're done with this bottle, you throw it in your blue bin, and you know what? It might come back as one of our other bottles, one of our other Elemental bottles.
I love that. I don't think I've considered, changing the packaging and eliminating the carbon footprint from the trucks on the road. So that's a really cool initiative that you're taking. So where can we go for more information?
It's really simple. Just go to elementalwines.com.
Wonderful. Well, Jody, thank you so much for joining us this morning. We appreciate you, and best of luck in this new initiative. And the bottles are beautiful. So congratulations.
Thank you, Kimberly.
Now stay tuned. We'll be back with more on our show right after this quick break.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome aboard. Bobby Laurie and Nikki Noya have your ticket to everything you need for an on-the-go lifestyle. Grab your boarding pass. It's time to jet set.
911, what's the address of your emergency?
We're on Highway 6. Stone Ridge Road is the nearest intersection.
Okay, tell me exactly what happened.
It looks like a person has been hit that was waiting at the bus stop. He's lying on the ground, and his bag is shot all over the place, and he's unresponsive.
My name is Chief Greg Daly with the Avon Police Department. We are making a public appeal in respect to the tragic loss of Jack Ladisic, who was killed on March 5th of this year. Jack had come to the Vail Valley for many, many years. He was an avid skier and skied with the same group of friends for over 40 years. As a 76-year-old, he was an amazingly active individual. Jack was tragically lost on the night of March 5th, and he was left on the side of the road after somebody hit him with a vehicle. We are appealing to our community for any information that you may know about this event, or if you have any information about the person that was driving that vehicle that night.
Hello, I'm Detective Sergeant Herrera with the Avon Police Department. On the night of March 5th, 2024, John Jack Ledestig was walking westbound on Highway 6 at approximately 6:45 p.m. He was struck by a vehicle and killed. The vehicle left the scene. We know this to be a white, smaller vehicle reported by a witness. You are now seeing a video of a volunteer wearing similar clothing to what Jack was wearing that night. If you have any information or have heard of any information regarding that tragedy that night, please contact the Avon Police Department. We are seeking justice for Jack.
You know TV8 Vail has great local content, but did you know about our production services? Hire an expert to develop your website reel, commercials, live stream events, studio production, and more. If you can dream it, we can help you do it. TV8 delivers high-quality content in both English and Spanish. Contact us today to discuss your next project. Email Danielle at tv8vail.com or call 970-628-9881.
The Paltrowcast is an award-winning weekly series featuring exclusive interviews with entertainers, athletes, and other influencers. Tune in weekdays at 10 a.m. to see where the conversation takes us.
Paltrowcast. Good morning, Vail.
We are 1 week away from Memorial Day, and you know what that means. It is time to fire up the grill. We've got Tracy showing us how to grill a delicious piece of chicken, and this time she's not doing it inside in the kitchen. Let's take a look.
Just drying off my veggies because I did wash them, and I'm going to make a really nice salad today. And if you have a lot of moisture in your salad, then it's going to make the salad dressing and the lettuce kind of get a little bit too wet. So you don't want that. You don't want that last piece of salad bite just to be water. That would be gross, right? So today we are making chicken drumsticks, and we're going out on the grill to do that. And we're gonna buffalo style them and then make a salad that is gonna be a buffalo style salad as well. So it's like buffalo chicken, but a little bit healthier. And it's something that you can cook outside and have a cool green salad with. So what we have for ingredients today: great green salad, romaine, carrots, celery, green onions, and cucumbers. We've got the chicken legs that we're going to be using today. We have some Frank's hot sauce and then some blue cheese because we're going to be making a blue cheese dressing to go with our buffalo chicken salad. So first things first, we need to head out to the grill. Grilling is one of my favorite ways to cook. Actually, I love cooking meat, veggies, fruit, everything on the grill. First of all, because you get to be outside, but also it's a pretty healthy way to cook because typically you are not using a lot of oil or a lot of sauces or anything like that. So let's head out to the grill with your chicken thighs, and I'll show you exactly how to prep them and exactly how to cook those. They take about 35 minutes to reach an internal temperature of 185, and they are bone-in chicken legs. So there's a little trick to cooking with bone-in. We'll see you at the grill. The grill is cranking. I've got it preheating at top speed, or the highest it can go. I like to have my grill really, really hot, especially when I put some meat on it. Okay, so today, here we have our chicken legs. Oh, almost lost that one. We have our chicken legs. They're nice and juicy right now. So what we want to do is kind of dry them off a little bit. The drier that you get them, the better that skin is going to crisp up. So just kind of dry them up and make sure the skin is kind of like in order and flat across everything. Okay. A lot of times when you dry your meat, like if you're cooking a piece of fish or something and you want to get a little crust on it, it's nice to leave it out in the air or in the fridge without any saran wrap on it, because that saran wrap is going to hold the moisture. But if you want a crispy edge, you really need it to be nice and dry. So here we go. Get that skin over there. A lot of people like to use different kind of marinades and things like that. I take it pretty simple. So all we're gonna do right now is cover every piece of chicken with a ton of salt and pepper. And this is a step that I want you to be careful in. With every time that you're doing meat, make sure you're covering that piece of chicken really nicely, because every bite counts. So why not make sure every bite has some nice seasoning? Like I said, my grill is cranking at 400. I am going to put the chicken right on the grill. A lot of folks like to oil their grill up. I just like to have a really hot grill. If you did want to put a little oil on your grill, then you should probably put a vegetable oil, something that can withstand a high heat. And be real careful, because you want to have that oil on your grill when it's hot. So one of my friends was just telling me a little trick that they do when they're oiling their hot grill, is they put a little bit of olive oil in a bowl, and then they cut an onion in half and stick a big fork in half the onion, put that onion in the olive oil, and then rub it all over their grill. I find like it's an unnecessary step, especially when you have something fatty like this chicken with the chicken skin on it, because what's going to happen is that fat is going to kind of lube up the grill a little, and you don't want to be flipping things on your grill when they're not ready. So you want it to be hot enough that it's going to flip nicely. This is going to take a little bit of time. We're going to keep the grill at a very high heat, and we're going to shut it down, and then just about every 5 minutes or so, you're gonna flip your chicken over. That's gonna make it cook evenly. What happens when you're cooking with meat with the bone in? It's gonna take a little bit longer to cook versus just a chicken breast or a boneless chicken thigh or something like that. And you're gonna have to start rotating it so that it gets cooked evenly around. So when you're cooking something with the bone in, always make sure you have a lot of space in between your items so that the heat goes up and around everything. Keep it at a nice high heat. We want it like right around 400 degrees or so. A lot of these grill temperatures don't work, so just know you want it hot. And you're gonna stand here for 30, 35 minutes. That's about as long as it's gonna take to cook these to perfection, which is 185. Then that's gonna take us a little bit of time. You'll be able to tell if it's too hot, maybe some of the fat's starting to burn, or you see little fires starting on your chicken, then turn it down a little bit. But basically, keep it cranked pretty much to the top, unless you have one of those super fancy grills. Then think about 400, because if you have a super fancy grill, then that thing works. So keep it at about 400. Every 5 minutes or so, we're gonna flip it. So what we're gonna do now is just kind of chill right here and show you as we start to flip things. But for what you should do, cover it up, keep it closed, don't keep it open, keep it closed, keep your lid closed, and then every 5 minutes you start to turn that. So we'll be back in about 5-10 minutes and show you the next step, and then we'll kind of keep going every 10 minutes so you can see what ours looks like, but you can do it on your own time too. Okay, so this is gonna be our first flip, and actually I over-exaggerated the 5 minutes at first because I went and washed some dishes. So this is about 7 minutes or so. See how nice it comes off the grill? That's what you want. So that's starting to burn a little right there, so maybe I should have been back in 5 minutes, but that also means this is the hot spot. So we're gonna kind of rotate these things around so that they're all getting nice and warm. All right, about 5 minutes, that was about 7 minutes or so. Come back in 5, flip it over again. And what we're gonna do is flip it for 4 more times, so we'll be very close to the end next time I see you. We'll be right back. Okay, here we are. Been standing by the grill for about 35 minutes or so. Your chicken drumsticks should be cooked. You should have flipped them maybe 5 or 6 times. Again, don't get overzealous with the flipping. It's like some people are over stirrers when they're cooking veggies on the stovetop, and that ruins it. You want to get that sear. You want to let things sit for a little while and then flip them. We're flipping them so often because they have a bone in them, and they're going to take a little bit longer to cook for that reason. I have checked them already. They're at 185. Everything's getting nice and crispy, just like what we wanted with that skin. And I think it's time just to pull them off. So I'm just gonna pull all the chicken off. We're gonna make these buffalo style, and we're gonna make a nice fresh summer salad to go with them. So why don't you let everything burn off of your grill for a hot sec. Ha ha, really, literally for a hot sec. Let it burn off a little bit. We'll get these tossed with some buffalo sauce, and we'll get that nice fresh summer salad made so that we can have a really healthy meal.
Good morning, Vail.
It's time for the best coverage of the top stories in sports. The Sports Wrap with Jason Page starts now.
How do you make Anthony Edwards the face of your franchise if you're the Minnesota Timberwolves? We'll get into that.
And we say hello to our good friend Matt Verderam, who hangs out with us from SI.com. Their NFL insider, one of them, is hanging out with us on the program today.
Did you see Caitlin Clark last night?
She put up a 40-burger, hits the game-winning three as time expires. Let's turn our attention to the Denver Broncos, one of the NFL's most dysfunctional situations.
The Sports Wrap with Jason Page.
From small towns to big cities and everywhere in between, we're covering the great things that are happening right now in the USA. This is Positively America with Ernie Anastas.
Each week, we're going to focus on the great things that are happening every day in the USA. We'll feature change makers.
In every older person, there's a younger person saying, how did this happen?
Innovators.
I talk about design the way some people might talk about like the person they're in love with.
Doers and dreamers.
You can use that recognition to pay it forward.
Ordinary Americans accomplishing extraordinary things.
When you smile, you receive one back most of the time.
We're going to prove to you that optimism and hope are paving the way to an even brighter tomorrow.
We've got a lot of programs that are specifically focused on the children of our fallen heroes.
At Positively America, our mission is to feature good news.
For the latest and greatest trends in pop entertainment, Popstar Today brings you compelling celebrity lifestyle stories that matter most to you. From movies, music, TV, and streaming shows, to fashion, social media influencers, and the latest on who is seeing who. Join host Elizabeth Stanton as she digs deep and dives in. This is Popstar Today.
Eight-time Emmy-nominated Animal Rescue is a half-hour television series showcasing the heroic efforts of people helping animals. Join host and award-winning journalist Alex Payne and the Animal Rescue camera crew as they travel around the world, capturing dramatic rescues, rehabilitation, and relocation stories. For programming schedule, check your local listings today. Don't miss your favorite episodes of Animal Rescue.
Good morning, Vail.
All right, I'm just coarsely chopping up the celery and the carrots. And you know, every time you order buffalo chicken wings, what do you get with it? Celery and carrots. So I thought, hey, why not enjoy those with our salad today? Plus, I'm a huge carrot fan, and they are so delicious and in season right now. I love celery as well, but celery happens to be one of the dirty dozen. Do you know what that is? That is 12 different veggies that you should really buy organic, because what happens is celery has a lot of water in it, so any of the nutrients that are going into the soil, they're going into your celery as well. Things with like a thick skin, like an avocado or a banana, you can typically buy those conventional if you want, but the thin-skinned veggies, fruits, you really want to buy those organic, and celery happens to be one of them. Okay, so I have celery and cucumber, and I actually have a conventional cucumber, so I did peel it, because when you get the English cucumbers and they come in the plastic, those are pretty nice and their peel isn't that bitter, so you can enjoy those, but the conventional ones, you just kind of want to peel because they do put like a waxy film on that. Okay, so we have our veggies all chopped up. We have our romaine, and then we have our chicken. In order to make this buffalo, and I'm going to tell you what, I have tried to make my own hot sauces millions of times, and I love a buffalo chicken salad. I actually love chicken wings as well. Try not to eat them that much because they are higher in fat, especially since we kept the skin on. But what I try to do is just try to make it as healthy as possible. That's why we're siding it with a salad, and we're using the bigger chicken legs too, so you're gonna get more meat under there, and that's gonna be a dark meat, so it's gonna have more flavor, it's gonna have more fat. Okay, so what we're gonna do now is take a bowl and get your Frank's Red Hot. I'll tell you what, like I said, I've tried many different hot sauces, and I have tried to make my own, and this one really, it's a favorite. It's a favorite of mine, and it's easy, and sometimes you just have to take those easy steps. You're definitely gonna get like a little more sodium and preservatives and something like this, but it lasts, so you can keep this in your cabinet and use it for other things, and it has a really, really nice flavor. So what we do now is we coat those in the bowl, and just make sure you're covering them. If I had another set of gloves, I would probably just use my hands for this, but I feel like they're kind of far away, so I'm not going to go get them. Okay, so we're going to let those sit right there for a minute and get our salad going. I'm going to put the salad right on the plate that I had the chicken on, because first of all, if there were some nice flavors, like some juices on there, that would make everything taste really, really good. This lettuce looks awesome. I'm just going to cut off the bottom. I don't wash my lettuce, I just make sure it's not dirty and wipe it off with a paper towel. Because going back to earlier when we started this class and I told you, hey, you don't want wet lettuce. I mean, if you're gonna take the time to wring it out in one of those salad wringers, definitely do that. But otherwise, you can just get most of the dirt off this way. And if you feel worried that you're gonna have any kind of contaminants on it or anything like that, wash it off and then dry it off with a paper towel. And that's a nice, easy thing to do with romaine because it's got, you know, the boats where you can just kind of get right in there. Okay, another thing I like to do is chop my lettuce because I don't like to rip it because it kind of starts to bruise it, and you don't want bruised lettuce on your salad. Romaine is so healthy and so good for you. I love it. It's just crispy and delicious. So here we go. We've got that, and we've got all our nice veggies, and I'm just going to put on top. I mean, this is going to be a filling meal, and it's going to be pretty light and super healthy as well. I read one time, carrots happen to be one of my favorite foods no matter what, always have been, but I read one time, nobody ever got fat from eating a carrot stick. So pile it up with those carrot sticks because they're going to be nice and delicious and good for you. I'm just going to chop a little bit of green onion right now. And you can use the whites and the greens depending on how much you want. This is nice because these spring onions are so good during the spring and they're so good all through the summer. Actually, I use these quite a bit even in the winter because they're just a little more mild than some other onions are. Okay, so we're going to put those on the top at the end, but right now we are going to make our salad dressing. And what I noticed is that I didn't bring a jar. A lot of times I like to make a salad dressing with a jar. So I'm here in the studio and we have a nice wine glass and a plastic fork, so we are going to work with what we have here. Here is how you make salad dressing. Basically, you start with some olive oil. So I'm going to put in 1 part olive oil. And then you have an olive oil and something acidic. So we're going to use about a half a part, and all these measurements are in your recipe book, of white wine vinegar. We are going to use ample salt and pepper because this is what's giving us its flavor, although I'm going to sprinkle a little on the salad. And then we are going to use a bunch of blue cheese. We can sprinkle a little bit of the blue cheese right here on the salad as well. You could use feta if you wanted to too. So finish that up right there and then just stir it up really nicely. Seriously, it's that simple, my friends. That is our blue cheese vinaigrette. Look how delicious it looks. Okay, so we've got that nice and kind of stirred up. You can put it in your blender too if you really like your blue cheese chunks to be kind of not so chunky. Okay, so now we have our salad. I'm gonna bring it right up here nice and close. I feel like I'm having a glass of wine with my summer salad. I kind of wish I was doing that. All right, let's get our chicken and make sure it's nice and covered with that Frank sauce. And we're gonna put just a couple pieces right here on top. Let me get one of those. So it's gonna be a messy one. If you're taking this on a picnic or out onto your patio, make sure you have a lot of paper towels. Now I'm gonna sprinkle it with a little bit of green onion. I don't know why, I just feel like I always have to have green onion on my chicken legs. Don't forget, those are at 185 for temperature. We've got our really light sauce, and we're just gonna pour that right on top. So like I said, this can be enjoyed when it's nice and when it's warm outside and you want to have things at room temperature. You can always bring this for a picnic. Just make sure you put your chicken in a cooler and keep it cool and don't let it get to a weird temperature. But you can really enjoy it when it's at a room temperature. So if you did want to take this on a picnic, it would be a nice healthy meal for you. That chicken skin is not going to be the healthiest part, of course, but the meat in there is going to give you a lot of protein, and the salad is plentiful and fresh. And this is what we made today. I hope you got some good grilling tips. Grilling with a bone, you just have to keep on flipping it, keep flipping it. You can also bake your chicken thighs if you want to, or your chicken legs if you want to. You would just put them in the oven at 400 degrees. And again, you'd be flipping them and rotating them every 5 to 7 minutes or so.
Good morning, Vail.
Tune into Coffee with America and start your day in the right direction, where we go over the latest and greatest in health, lifestyle, entertainment, and more. Start your day off on Coffee with America.
I'm Danella Richard. I've made a career traveling the world. I've worked for some of the biggest names in travel, and now I've traded in my business suit for a swimsuit. Swimming with the sharks, swinging at the edge of the world, throwing back a few shots, or shall I say spirits. Woo. Eating some of the best cuisine, and even making a few furry friends along the way. I invite you to come along with me and discover the world.
Join us on the famous Leadville Railroad. This historic train ride takes you on an unforgettable trip through the heart of the Rockies for an afternoon of adventure, relaxation, and sightseeing. Our scenic train rides are a perfect place to bring families closer together while immersing them in the natural beauty and rich history of this picturesque region. Enjoy the spectacular Colorado scenery. Even meet the engineer. Make memories that will last a lifetime. Tickets available at LeadvilleRailroad.com.
Well, I think it's quite appropriate that today is National Barbecue Day, because joining me on the couch is the Director of Development for the Cycle Effect, Rebecca Gold, to talk about their fundraising event this weekend, Bikes and Barbecue. How are you, Rebecca?
I'm great, Kim. Well, you're right. So this weekend on Saturday, we have our annual Bikes and Barbecue Fest that's going down at Moe's and Eagle from 5 to 8 p.m. And it's going to be an amazing time. We have live music from one of our program managers actually out in Grand Junction, Jazz. The Flannel Feedback is their name. They'll be performing. There'll be giveaways, just great community. And a lot of our athletes will also be there selling raffle tickets. So it's a great opportunity to come learn more about the Cycle Effect and help support our work.
Well, it sounds like it's just a blast. And to throw a party for a fundraiser is the best way to do it. So this is your annual fundraiser. And then there's also some continuation of matching and donations this month all the way through June. So
there is. So fortunately, we have an incredible community of supporters, and so we have a very generous matching gift that we are leveraging between now and the end of June. And so every donation that's made to the Cycle Effect will be doubled, which is just powerful, and it makes the contribution and support go twice as far. So we're incredibly grateful for that.
That's great. So I want to circle back to the party. So
yes, please.
What's really great is that there's a clinic, but the clinic is sold out.
Correct.
And this is for beginners, people of all ages. And so tell me a little bit about the clinic, even though it is sold out, like, so people can look forward to something next year.
Absolutely. Yeah. So for those of you in the community that have been following us for many years, will have known that we've historically done a ride, but this year we wanted to switch things up and kind of reimagine what could be. And so we're hosting a women's clinic from 12 to 3. And as you mentioned, Kim, it is sold out, but it's going to be focused on building skills for beginner and intermediate mountain bikers. So it's a really great forum for those, if you're new to mountain biking, wanting to get into the sport, learn more about the actual techniques of what it takes to be a really competent and confident rider. I mean, those are the skills that we also impart in the young girls in our program. So it's going to be a really incredible afternoon. We have 3 incredible Cycle Effect coaches, including our founder, Brett Donaldson, that'll be out there as well. And so it'll be just a great time to have one-on-one coaching and support and build that community for these women that are participating.
So then you get to like learn, expand your knowledge base, your athleticism, and then you get to go to a fun party afterwards.
Exactly, right? And so you're going to need that barbecue to fuel you afterwards. But as I mentioned, the party that is happening at Moe's is from 5 to 8, and everyone in the community is invited to come join us. Moe's has been a long-standing partner of ours, and we're so grateful. But they donate a portion of proceeds from all food and beverages that'll be happening, in addition to the giveaway and the other fundraising activities that'll be happening. So there's a way to support the Cycle Effect just by coming out and showing up.
Well, what kind of prizes and giveaways can we expect?
Oh my gosh, we have some great packages. Seagull Cycles has put together a great package of bike tunes, bike helmets, and the like for us to raffle off. A Fall Raven backpack. We have some great Cycle Effect kits too to get you out on the trails and represent the community, but there's many, many more.
I mean, it sounds incredible. So who doesn't want to win some really cool swag and things like that? So the Cycle Effect, for people that may not be aware, it's most only women.
Correct.
And so tell me a little bit more about it. And you really try to cater to at least 70% of minorities as part of the Cycle Effect. So tell me about it.
Exactly. So actually it was founded here in Eagle County 11 years ago. So we're entering our 11th year of programming, which is absolutely wild, an amazing milestone. But it started by identifying that there was a real gap in representation and engagement in the mountain biking community. And so what is a community in and of itself with the mountain biking is really just the vehicle for what we do at the Cycle Effect. We're building connection with the young girls in our program. So as you mentioned, we work with girls 10 to 18.
Okay.
And we then provide mentorship. Our coaches provide the skills and techniques along with that positive adult relationship. And we're really focused on how can we support our girls to thrive on and off the trails.
It's true. And I think the skill set that they learn, mountain biking is scary.
If
you don't know what you're doing, and especially when you're a young girl, you don't really see it necessarily as a female sport. And being able to develop the confidence and the skill set to survive the mountains is impressive.
Well, and you touched on it, like that confidence and through the competency and the activity, it really triggers. We see this in our young girls. They share that there were things that I thought that I couldn't do, and being a part of the Cycle Effect taught me to challenge those thinking, right? And like to push myself beyond what I think I can do. And so what may seem is just like mountain biking, it is so much more for the girls in our program.
It really is. You know, my friends that come to visit, they are scared of the mountain because it is very intimidating. And to be able to be on a bike, not just, you know, the winter sports are intense, but the bike is, in my opinion, even more intense. So it's really great that you can develop that and foster that confidence and that sense of self-awareness as well.
Right.
Yeah.
And as you were sharing too, is that we have focus on engaging diverse young girls through our program, because mountain biking is one of the most cost prohibitive sports that you could possibly imagine. And through the Cycle Effect, the girls that are participating in our program are receiving high-end bikes, helmets, gear, equipment, training, everything that they need to safely partake in the activity. And so that's a massive barrier that our programs are helping to eliminate for young girls.
That's wonderful. So what kind of partnerships do you have right now as we're moving through the year?
Yeah, so like I shared, the bike community is such a core partner of ours, of really supporting and bringing the community together. Individual donors, of course, are critical to ensure that our work can happen, and we have many foundation and corporate partners as well that are helping to unlock those barriers for our participants.
That's wonderful. So how many girls do we have enrolled as we move through the summer?
Exactly. So here in Eagle County, we'll be engaging 100 girls in our girls mountain bike program, as I shared. And then beyond that too, we're engaging 900 girls across this entire year.
Wow.
Across our locations, which is amazing. And it's one of the loftiest, deepest impact program years that we have on record. So it's definitely an exciting time here at the Cycle Effect.
For 11 years of up and running. That's so impressive. So congratulations.
Well, thank you.
And very excited about this fundraiser. So where can we go for more information? Are there volunteer opportunities if you want to be a coach?
Absolutely. All of the above. So the cycleeffect.org is our website, and that is a great hub for all information, from learning more about the upcoming sessions and programs that we have available for young girls. So if there are girls out there that would like to be a part of this, you can find out more information and apply. If you're interested in volunteering, please reach out. It does take a true community to make these programs happen. And of course, as we mentioned about the matching gift, if you're in a position to make a financial gift to support our work, that is absolutely critical
and
greatly
just, and
appreciated.
just to reiterate, we've got a matching donation.
Matching gift.
Through May and the end of June.
Correct. Right? It'll conclude at the end of June, kind of as we head into the full swing of summer.
And any amount is good.
Any amount.
$5, $10, thousands of dollars.
Exactly. One-time gift. If you're in a position to consider monthly donations, those are also critical to support the longevity and sustainability of our programs. There really is no gift too big or small that makes an impact in the work that we're doing.
Well, that's huge. Well, Rebecca, thank you so much for joining. And one more time, tell us about the event, where we can go to find out more information, etc.
Absolutely. So this Saturday, join us out for Bikes and Barbecue at Moe's Barbecue in Eagle from 5 to 8 p.m. Again, our website has all the information, cycleeffect.org.
Awesome. Well, great to have you here on the couch, and congratulations. Good luck with this weekend. And I know it's going to be a really fun summer with all the work that you do.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Now stay tuned. We'll be coming up on the close of our show shortly. We'll be right back after this break.
Good morning, Vail.
In America's heartland, living close to the land, there's a love for the country and a pride in the brand. In America's heartland, living close to the land. In America's heartland, close to the land.
I'm Amy Goodman, host of Democracy Now! Our independent news hour offers diverse perspectives and unique opinions, often unheard in the mainstream media, live as the news unfolds. Tune in for Democracy Now!, the War and Peace Report, weekday mornings at 9 and evenings at 6 on TV8 Vail, Comcast Xfinity Channel 92. There's more for you on Channel 92.
What happens to a poker player when there is life-changing money on the line? Hey, catch!
I'm rooting for me.
When they are faced with adversity.
Holy smoke. Jason can't even breathe right now. Look at him.
When a WPT title is within their grasp.
How sweet that is, baby!
See for yourself with a front row seat to all the action on the World Poker Tour.
When people think of world-class destinations, they're drawn to a place that provides opportunities for fine dining, shopping, superior lodging, exciting events, and unparalleled outdoor activities. Park City, Utah, and Vail, Colorado are renowned destinations for travelers and extraordinary homes for residents. Feature your exceptional products and services in these two luxury communities. Advertise with Park City Television and TV8 Vail. Contact us today.
Join us in exploring the everyday lives of community members here in the Vail Valley. Hear their inspiring stories of how they came here, their contributions to our community, and why they chose to call this place home. We want you to be one of our neighbors. If you would like to be featured or nominate someone to be featured, please send an email to danielle@tv8vail.com. We look forward to featuring your story right here on TV8.
Hi, I'm Gretchen Pleshaw, host of TV8 Vail. From fashion to food, from film to festivals, experience a unique look at the boutiques, spas, restaurants, and venues that make the Valley so special. Join me for Glitz and Glam. Find it in Good Morning Vail or at our website at tv8vail.com. I can't wait for our next adventure.
Good morning, Vail.
Hello everyone, welcome to Vail Vibes. This is your guide to all the good vibes here in Vail and beyond. I'm Avisha Scarborough, and today we've got a lot to feel good about because we've got some cuddly creatures to play with here at the Vail Stables. Baby goats tend to bring out smiles from everyone around them, and Vail Stables understands that. Their goat yoga, or goga, classes draw people from all over the country.
From Salt Lake City, Utah. Absolutely loved it. Just so fun, getting centered out with nature. And then of course the goats just continuously reminding you whether you want it or not with their little sounds and coming up for pets. Just so peaceful and lovely.
We're from Kansas City.
And what made you want to try goat yoga?
Guess we've always wanted to do it.
I love baby goats and I love yoga.
Yeah, so she loves anything baby.
Holly Beavers has been teaching goat yoga for 7 years.
Goats are just silly, loving, amazing creatures. I feel like they bring out joy and they also bring out peace and calm, and that's something that is really related to my nature and what I believe yoga is.
She says more people should try it, no matter what their experience level is.
It is for you, whether you've done yoga before, whether you've ever been around goats before. It is for each and every person.
So fun.
It's something that brings tranquility and fun and laughter and giggles and all the things that I think the world really needs more of.
And if you want the goats without the yoga, there's goat happy hour too.
It's really a time for families, friends, bachelorette parties, anyone to come up here and enjoy a beautiful view of Vail Mountain with 20 baby goats. They add a little bit of craziness to the mix. But we also have Colorado beers, cocktails, wines. You can really enjoy whatever you'd like, kind of build your own adventure. And we sell goat treats and horse treats as well. So it's kind of just outdoor happy hour time. Have some drinks if you want, but you're kind of here for the goats.
Olivia was raised at these stables, owned by her mother.
It was a wonderful childhood. Lots of lessons. You learn what hard work is pretty quickly when you have 50 horses, 20 goats.
She says the Nigerian dwarf goats are so adorable they give everyone a mood boost.
They are smaller breeds of goats, making them a little easier to get used to. But they're super fun, goofy animals. They're headbutting each other, jumping around, they're flipping around. They can also be super cuddly. So some of the little guys will sit on your lap and you can pet them and scratch them and they feel like a little cat in your lap. But then they'll be running around crazy, going after the treats. Very cute. They're pretty adorable. We have little bandanas on all of them. Some have little bow ties, so.
Let's face it, goats are the greatest of all time. and we could all use a little love,
Namaste!
light, and laughter in our lives. Check out vailstables.com for more info.
Now, before we let you go, we're going to check out the weather for today and the next 5-day forecast because we are heading into the weekend. As you can see, it is 44 degrees at 8 a.m. this morning. We're looking at mostly sunshine, which is a nice break from what we've had, but we've had some gorgeous sunsets this past week. Winds are coming from the west at 10 to 15 miles per hour. We do have a high of 62, so we're finally starting to roll into those summertime temperatures. As you can see, we've got a really great day today, sunny all day long with a little bit of cloud coverage later this afternoon. 44 degrees at 8 a.m., 56 at noon, 62 degrees at 4 p.m., and then tonight, not that cold. We're looking at 56 degrees and mostly clear skies. Heading into that I-70 corridor, Eagle and Denver are bookending it with the 70-degree temperatures. We've got 76 in Denver, 62 in Vail, 68 in Avon, so massive jump, just a very short distance apart, and then 71 degrees in Eagle. So gorgeous day, sunshine all day long with a little bit of cloud coverage here in the valley. As we look at tonight's forecast, it will still be a little bit on the chilly side. Perfect night to keep those windows open. 36 degrees for the low, mostly clear skies, and that sunset is getting later and later. I don't know about you, but it makes my heart happy. 8:15 p.m. for the sunset tonight. Winds coming from the south at 5 to 10 miles per hour. So gorgeous day today. Definitely get out there. If you heard our conversation with the cycle effect, go mountain biking, do what you've got to do. It's just a great day to be outside. So looking at the 5-day forecast, Friday, sunshine all day long, 64 degrees for the high, 38 for the low. Again, great time to leave those windows open at night to bring in the cool air. Saturday and Sunday, we are having some cloud coverage, 40% chance of afternoon showers, which is typical for being in the mountains. 64 for the high, 41 for the low on Saturday. Sunday, 63 for the high, 39 for the low, and then Monday and Tuesday, we are looking at a 20% chance of precipitation on both days. Partially cloudy on both days as well. 64 for the high on Monday, 37 for the low on Monday night, and then Tuesday, it's where the temperatures change quite a bit. 56 degrees for the high, and then, we're looking at a lows in the 30s for Tuesday night. What a great show. Thanks for joining me. I'm Kimberly Pro, and I cannot wait to see you next time.
See what lies in store for you. There's so many things to see and do. Summer, winter, spring, or fall. Your home in the Rockies has it all. So get up, get ready to start your day. The coffee's brewing, you're on your way. The fun is waiting outside your door. Good morning, Vail.
You know TV8 Vail has great local content, but did you know about our production services? Hire an expert to develop your website reel, commercials, live stream events, studio production, and more.